Welcome back guys to a League 2 prediction video. Let's go. First game, Salford City versus Harrogate Town. So the both teams' last result. Salford City's last result was a 0-0 draw away against Newport County. And Harrogate Town drew 0-0 at home against Exeter City. For this game, I'm going to go for Harrogate Town 2, Salford. Not Harrogate Town 2. I'm going to go for Salford City 2, Harrogate Town 0. Next game, Exeter City versus Stevenage. It's got both teams' last result. Exeter City's last result was a 0-0 draw away against Harrogate Town. And Stevenage's game got called off because it was supposed to be playing Crawley away, but the game got called off, I think because of bad weather, I think. So for this game, I'm going to go for Exeter City 3, Stevenage 0. Next game, Scunthorpe United versus my team, Grimsby Town. It's got both teams' last result. Scunthorpe United's last result was a 1-0 away defeat against Barrow. And my team, Grimsby Town, drew 0-0 at home against Southend United. For this game, we're going to go for Scunthorpe United 0, Grimsby Town 1. Come on, Towns, get a second win over these scum. Come on, Town. Next game, Cambridge United versus Bradford City. It's got both teams' last result. Cambridge United's last result was a 2-1 away win against Southend United. And Bradford City didn't play last week because the game got called off because of bad weather, and they're supposed to be playing Crawley at home, but it got called off because of terrible weather. So for this game, we're going to go for Cambridge United 2, Bradford City 1. Next game I can't predict. It's supposed to be Carlisle United versus Forest Green Rovers, but it's been called off. I think it's been because COVID reasons or bad weather, I think. So the next game I can't predict as well is Cheltenham Town versus Barrow. That's been called off. I think it's because of bad weather or COVID or something like that. So the next game is Morecambe versus Colchester United. Let's go both teams' last result. Morecambe's last result was a 1-1 draw at home against Walsall. And Colchester United drew 1-1 at home against Cambridge United. For this game, we're going to go for Morecambe 2, Colchester United 0. Next game, Oldham Athletic versus Newport County. Let's go both teams' last result. Newport County's last result was a 0-0 draw at home against Salford. And Oldham Athletic drew 1-1 away against Walsall. So for this game, we're going to go for Oldham Athletic 0, Newport County 2. Next game, Port Vale versus Walsall. Let's go both teams' last result. Port Vale's last result was a 1-1 draw away against Forest Green Rovers. And Walsall drew 1-1 at home against Oldham Athletic. For this game, we're going to go for Port Vale 1, Walsall 1. Next game, Southend United versus Mansfield Town. Let's go both teams' last result. Southend United's last result was a 2-1 home defeat against Cambridge United. And Mansfield Town didn't play last week because their game got called off because I think it's a frozen pitch, and they're supposed to be playing Carlisle United at home, but it's been called off because I think it's a frozen pitch, I think. So for this game, we're going to go for Southend United 0, Mansfield Town 2. Next game, Tranmere Rovers versus Bolton Wanderers. Let's go both teams' last result. Tranmere Rovers' last result was a 3-2 home win against Forest Green Rovers. And Bolton Wanderers drew 1-1 at home against Cheltenham Town. For this game, I'm going to go for Tranmere Rovers 2, Bolton Wanderers 2. Last game, Leyton Orient versus Forest Green Rovers. Let's go both teams, last result. Leyton Orient's last result was a 2-0 home win against Morecambe. And Forest Green Rovers lost 3-2 away against Tranmere Rovers. For this game, I'm going to go for Leyton Orient 2, Forest Green Rovers 0. Thank you for this video. Subscribe down below. Up the Mariners.